My name is Cole Ahern.
My name is Jackie Smith.
I'm Claire also.
I'm Alex Sutilla.
My name is Jake Anderson.
And we are Bar Buddy. At the end of 2019, meal kit delivery services such as Blue Apron and HelloFresh had a combined 3.3 million customers. These are some of many services that can now be delivered straight to your front door, and now we seek to add an alcohol-focused business to their ranks. Bar Buddy seeks to bring the experience of handcrafted cocktails straight to the kitchen by providing our customers with the ingredients and resources they need to craft cocktails from the comfort of their own home. In a quote from Packaged Facts in 2016, they said, "New players who are yet to emerge on the market may find ripe opportunity for niches in which to test their mettle." Some of the different packages, these are a couple examples of what we would have. The top two would be some of the better tools, someone that's a little bit more experienced, a little bit more familiar around bars, as well as some of the liqueurs and liquors off to the right, more aperitif. It's a little bit more experience level. And our bottom would be like beginner level, things you need to make some of the essential cocktails, some of the basics, as well as some of the basic liquors and liqueurs. I'm now going to pass it off to Jackie.
Okay, so I'll be going over the business overview goals. So we're hoping to focus on the local Phoenix market with about 20 employees to start out with. We want to have about 5 experienced bartenders and or mixologists on hand, around 10 drivers, and the rest of the staff will be upper management. We're going to employ democratic management. We want a singular leader / face of the company to help facilitate order and efficiency. A quote from LinkedIn says that tending to focus on group equality and the free flow of ideas with the lead of the group so they offer guidance and control is the definition of democratic management. We also hope to employ downward communication. We're hoping to communicate job instructions and procedures and also have performance reviews. So our innovative idea that we're hoping to employ to make us different from the rest of the meal delivery services is we're hoping to have a live chat feature. So we want an frequently asked questions page. We want a live chat option where you can talk to an experienced bartender. And then we would also like to employ a live web call where you can have a walkthrough with the experienced bartender that'll walk you through the entire process. So to lower costs, we're going to be purchasing our inventory from wholesale retailers. According to ecommerceplatforms.com, the wholesaler can purchase products for cheap because it relies on volume to make its own profit, meaning that we're cutting out the middleman and lowering costs. So I'm going to pass it over to Claire.
So on to organizational overview. As we hire for Bar Buddy, we'll be hiring with a person-organization fit in mind, according to Kramer and Beisel's organizational communication lifespan approach. Person-organization fit is defined as concerning a match between the employee and the organization's values and beliefs. So that will be our priority as we recognize the importance of building a positive culture of shared organizational values and beliefs. We recognize that hiring with this fit in mind will allow newcomers to build a strong company foundation, and that's important to us. With this in mind, an investiture socialization tactic will be used, allowing our mixologists and other employees to feel comfortable and safe in their unique identities and expressions. Mixology is the art of mixing drinks, and like any creative, mixologists can thrive in environments where they are allowed artistic expression and individuality. Now, as we grow, feedback of all types, both positive and negative, are so important in growing a small business. So employee feedback will be reviewed to keep managers accountable. Employees will be strongly encouraged to fill out performance and work surveys with the option of giving feedback anonymously, either on paper in person or online, whatever one is most comfortable with. Now to Jake with more info on Bar Buddy's organizational overview.
So in order to best create this environment where our employees feel comfortable and feel welcomed and heard, we'll be using a middle-of-the-road management style, which will help us focus on balancing the development of the company and keeping on track with our work, while also keeping the positive emotions of our employees up to keep their positive morale up. Management will then both hold the authoritative power and the power of the employees' respect and positivity in order to best create the most welcoming environment. In order to make sure we have higher level management, that has these necessary people skills will be focused on higher level management that has the necessary people skills in order to help create this environment, as well as a broad conceptual perspective to assist in managing the development of the company as time passes. Also be caring for managers and employees who potentially get promoted. We have the technical skills, manage technology, a major factor of our company, as video streaming be an important process for our mixologists. Also, with the possibility of video streaming and long distance communication, our company, which will start in a focused area of Phoenix, but with any hope will expand to other cities and states as time passes, can limit the need for physical movement and displacement, as many of our employees can most likely work from a distance. Now I'll be passing on to Alexander to talk more about our organizational structure.
So this is our organizational chart showing all the communication channels we expect to see. So first of all, reciprocity considers whether relationships are symmetrical or asymmetrical. In our case, our network is symmetrical since there is back and forth communication in all linkages. Secondly, the direction of communication is shown by the arrows and the position of each person on the chart. Last thing I'm going to point out is intensity, which is the strength of a linkage. So according to Beisel and Kramer, the general assumption about intensity is the more frequently communication passes through a channel, the more intense or stronger of a link it is. So, for example, in all the linkages between the 4 managers and the CEO, it's thicker, meaning we'd expect to see more communication there than in other places. So we expect to see partner relationships or close personal relationships between the CEO and the managers, where they will have open communication with each other. Communication is an important aspect of business, so open communication will definitely be promoted and encouraged. Open communication between the two will create upward influence, which will be received positively by their employees, thus creating the Pels effect, which according to Beisel and Kramer is when subordinates are more satisfied and likely to communicate with their supervisors if their supervisors have strong influence with their own supervisors. Managers will have open communication with bartenders and the drivers with the intent of developing relationships, and these are both important because, as the PalmerGroup.com states, it will lead to greater job satisfaction, reduce stress, loyalty, and mutual respect throughout the organization, with the outcome of creating a more productive work environment and a positive workplace. And now I'll hand things to Cole with the investment request.
So an initial monetary investment for a stake in our company would pay itself back year after year as BarBuddy spreads its wings and becomes the next mainstream delivery service in the modern world. We are asking for a $1 million investment for a 15% share in our company, with a possibility to increase investment after the initial 2-year mark. And then we're going to look over some of our expected costs. So our biggest one we're going to expect would be wages and benefits for employees. We expect that to be about 40% of our total initial cost. Followed by, we'll need a large inventory and materials to get started and have options for our customers to choose from. So that's going to come in about 22% of our total cost. After that, we're going to need a location to run our company out of. So we're going to need a fairly large warehouse where we would be able to repackage and distribute and ship our product to our customer base. Our total expected cost for our first year is going to be $2,215,000. And we anticipate with the investment of $1 million, as well as our initial sales, we will be able to go way over our costs and build a profit for the investors as well as the company itself. And then for our first 3 years, our expected sales of year 1 is going to be $3 million. Our expected sales of year 2 are going to be $6 million. And our expected sales for year 3 are going to be $9 million. We expect it to grow exponentially over the years. So a 15% investment for the first year would have a return of $450,000. And for year 2, the 15% investment would have a return of $900,000, building a grand total for 2 years of $1,350,000. So about a 35% investment increase for return of investment for you. And I'm going to pass it off to Jake to finish us up.
So the home delivery market is a rapidly developing one. Plenty of opportunity for new businesses to make their mark. Our company's specialization meets the needs of a specific niche in this market, promising prosperity and success for our business. We seek to enrich customers' drinking experience by giving them the tools they need to craft quality cocktails from their own homes. We thank you for this opportunity to describe our business and hope you'll join us in the creation of Bar Buddies.